Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, darling, had fun on Yagi. All right. Major League Pickleball posted a picture of Ben Johns sort of like, like sighing, like frustrated. And they asked their audience to caption it when you blank. And you had the top comment and you said, when you are asked to take a 40% pay cut or will be sent to Siberia. That's where I got the Siberia line in my poem. What did you mean by that? Break that down.
Well, I would like to first acknowledge that myself, that I am an equal opportunity bullshit caller outer, okay? Whether it's PPA garbage, whether it's MLP garbage, or whether it's APP garbage,
Yep.
USAP garbage, garbage is garbage, okay? It doesn't, I've been very vocal about my support for Major League Pickleball. That is that is strained right now. We'll say that, but yeah, I mean, I just think that when all of this happened, right? When all of this happened and things sort of settled down with this player bidding war,
Mm-hmm.
you and I got on here immediately afterwards and talked about how we are going to have to come back to the table and make pay cuts for the sustainability of these leagues.
Yeah.
That's a non-question in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're overpaid. I don't disagree with that whatsoever. However, if MLP and PPA are truly coming to a merged entity, I think that you need to have equity across the leagues, meaning like similarly marketable players should be paid similarly. So here's my thought process. Most Major League Pickleball players took a substantial amount less money to play for Major League Pickleball. And we're also being asked to take a larger percentage of a pay cut. So look, I'm happy with the amount that I'm being paid. Post pay cut, pre-pay cut, amended amount, whatever. Like, I'm happy with my amount. But when somebody who already has an inflated contract is only then being asked to take a smaller amount of a pay cut, that's just simply unfair. It's equal services, but basically, like, similarly marketable players are not making anywhere near the same amount of money based on when they signed and where they signed.
And you're not talking about like somebody who's middle of the pack compared to like Ben, right? You're talking about people who are at parallel results skill wise, debatably.
Right. I would say equally marketable players. So let's say somebody who was picked 24th was the MLP contract and 25th was a PPA contract. If they're almost identical players, the PPA player likely signed for 1.5 to 2 to as much as 3 times as much as they were offered by MLP.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're being asked to take a 20% reduction when the person who signed with MLP for a third of the money is being asked to take 40%. I mean, the entities are coming together and merging. It seems like they have the opportunity to fix that inequity rather than exacerbate it.
Right.
So I think that's the problem with some of these pay cuts. And like you mentioned in the poem, the alternative to the pay cuts is doing clinics and camps, which again I think is reasonable, but they've made very clear that these camps are not revenue generating. I mean, they will generate revenue, but the purpose of these camps is to punish the players that have decided not to take a pay cut. And it's that much is clear. I mean, you look at
You mean the assignment of players and how they make those decisions. Though the decisions are meant to punish. It's not like that. I just want to clarify. It's not like they're doing camps and clinics and stuff specifically to punish players. Like, as you said, it's revenue driving.
it is masquerading as revenue driving. So when I saw the presentation of what your 200 days would look like if you don't take the pay cut, you're signing yourself up for potentially as much as 9 hours of clinics on any given day that MLP owns your rights. 9 hours of clinics. The schedule that I saw was 8 to 11, 12 to 3, and 6 to 9. So you have 9 hours of on court time, but that's a 13-hour day of work.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's clear that if you don't take the pay cut, they are simply just going to attempt to make your life miserable in the with the disguise of, oh yeah, we need to recover revenue. Which again, the revenue recovery thing is understandable, but the way that it's rolled out again, I think is just I think it's pretty clearly punishment.
But if I have players and I'm paying them for a certain amount of days, I'm going to try and maximize their value. And if I can put them in clinics, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, well then why not put us in clinics for 15 hours in that day? I mean, it's to have a 13-hour day is, I think, for multiple days in a row is ridiculous. Like that's not a sustainable thing that hardly anybody can do on the court for teaching 9 hours per day and having your day go from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's not reasonable.
I mean,
maybe if it's 6 hours, maybe if it's 5 hours per day, 6 hours of court time per day, maybe that's reasonable. But it prevents somebody from you can't practice at all during that day.
Right. I think when it gets down to it, you're going to have those individual conversations around your clinics and what you're scheduled for, and you're going to be able to make selections around how many hours you're going to be out there, what your shifts are, and things like that. And it's not just going to be you. You're going to have other pros. I would doubt you're doing 3 days of 9-hour clinics back to back to back.
I agree. I think when it comes down to it, that's not actually going to happen. I don't think they have interest in administrating clinics for 100 and some days per year, and nobody has interest in doing it. I'm saying that the narrative behind the scenes is that these clinic days, if you don't take the reduction, are simply punishment for not taking the reduction.
Okay, we did it. We launched our first product, the Pickleball Box. It's a subscription box, gear, accessories, apparel, delivered to your doorstep, over $250 of value in each box, and you only pay $99 for each one. Let's see. If you go to thedink.shop, you can get your Pickleball Box. And let's see. The code is PicklePod10. You get 10% off. So let's dive into what is undoubtedly the best gift for any pickleballer, or if you're like me, or anybody who listens to this, you're obsessed with pickleball, this is honestly like the perfect thing for you. Okay, we're going to jump into this thing. We're going to show you what's actually inside. And try not to rip these boxes, or these corners, I mean. Beauty. Okay, we're going to go one by one here. Obviously, pickleballs galore from Franklin X40s. We've got Tifosi sunglasses, which are pretty sick. Pickle lead tape, Stack Athletics hat, and there's all sorts of other apparel, and every box is going to be different, right? So here's like a Stack Athletics shirt, perfect for playing pickleball in, pretty cool athletic shirt. Another hat with a little pickleball paddle on it from Imperial. We've got the Vulcan over grips, an essential. That and the lead tape, obviously, you always need more of that. We've got some OS First pickleball socks, performance socks. Selkirk gift card. Turn a sport towel. Ooh, we've got an ice shaker, which is the Gronkowski product. Pretty dope. All sorts of stickers. All sorts of stickers. Let's see if we can turn these. Less talk, more pickle, the Dink. We've got sunblock from Z-Block. We've got all sorts of hydration products from Jigsaw Health, including the famous pickleball cocktail, and a classic, a pickleball magazine. Every box will be different. The dink.shop to get yours. We handpick these things, right? So these are products that we would actually use, that I would actually use, and yeah, there's no other product like this. So you get one once every 3 months, and you can subscribe annually. You get a discount, or you subscribe quarterly, or you can buy an individual box, like if you want to just get one, or you want to give it as a gift to somebody for the holidays, their birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Honestly, this is going to be the best Mother's Day and Father's Day present ever. Or your boyfriend and girlfriend is into pickleball, your grandparents, you're trying to get somebody into pickleball. I feel like this would be one of the best gifts you can get them. It helps to brainwash them. So pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the country. This product is perfect for anybody who plays pickleball. The dink.shop. It's the pickleball box, first of its kind. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, darling, had fun,